Story number 7. This is called an exorcism in Indianapolis. I don't know why I couldn't say that right. Last year, the Indianapolis Star published a lengthy report on a family terrorized by 3 children allegedly possessed by demons. Oh God, here we go with the children again. The account of LaToya Ammons, I am butchering names. LaToya and her family tells disturbing stories of children climbing up the walls, getting thrown across rooms. Hold up. The account of LaToya and her family tells disturbing stories of children climbing up the walls, getting thrown across rooms, and children threatening doctors in deep, unnatural voices. It would seem like something straight out of a movie, a work of fantasy. Except all of these accounts were more or less corroborated with nearly 800 pages of official records obtained by the Indianapolis Star and recounted in more than a dozen interviews with police, DCS personnel, psychologists, I was about to say the whole different word, family members, and a Catholic priest. All reported this. One of the more chilling sections of the report includes a segment about a possessed 9-year-old. According to Washington's original DCS report, an account corroborated by Walker, the nurse, the 9-year-old had a weird grin and walked backwards up a wall to the ceiling. He then flipped over Campbell, landing on his feet. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. This story just gets juicy every time. This nigga was very athletic. I'm just saying. He never let go of his grandmother's hand. While doing that, how the hell he get up the ceiling while holding her hand? How tall was the grandmother? How small was the house? Another segment of the piece reads, the 12-year-old would later tell mental health professionals that she sometimes felt as if she were being choked and held down so she couldn't speak or move. She said she heard a voice say she'd never see her family again and wouldn't live another 20 minutes. Oh. Okay. Story time. 2 stories to kick in here. Back to my brother place. My older brother place. So, that last part to the story where it says that a 12-year-old would later tell mental health professionals that she sometimes felt as she were being choked and held down so she couldn't speak or move. She said she heard a voice say she'll never see her family again and wouldn't live another 20 minutes. That is very tragic. I would like to speak on my experience, and not just my experience as well as my one of my other brothers. So me and my brother spending the weekend over there at my brother's house. my older brother house, like our older brother house, right? Nighttime, we go to sleep. We're sleeping on the couch now. Because again, this is after the baby alive situation happened. And I vowed to never, ever, ever sleep inside there in my niece's room again. Night falls, everybody goes to sleep. Mind you, my brother always told us that this house was haunted, that his house was haunted. But honestly, he said he don't believe it was the house. He believed it was like the entity was attached to the furniture that was in the house somehow. Because even when they moved from the apartment that had the baby alive incident, then they moved to this apartment where this happened. It was all still in the same neighborhood, but they were moved to another apartment because they were doing renovations and stuff. And so they moved to this apartment and things were still happening. My brother was telling us that things were still happening. Again, even though I had my own experience there, I'm still skeptical because, like I told y'all, my older brother, he was a master at pranking people. Like, he would make you legit believe everything he is saying to you because he was that good at pranking you. You would believe it all the way up until he tell you it wasn't true, and you would still wonder, was it true? That's how good he was. He's probably like the best prankster I know, right? This dude tells us this, and I'm skeptical. I'm like, whatever, this is just another prank, especially because now my other brother is here with us at the house too. So it's like he's just trying to get him now. He already scared me. He's trying to get him. And I wasn't in denial about the doll babies, but I was just like, alright, this has to be some weird coincidence because this was literally after he told me about the hauntings the first time. Which I will mention that in his situation, he's dealt with he would mention that something would always just make him tired in that house. Whether you and I can contest to this, and this will tie into my story. But it was like every time you were there, you were tired, and so he would go into his room and go lay down in his bed and go to sleep, and he'll find himself being asleep for hours. And he said one time he went to sleep, he experienced an out-of-body experience because it was like he opened his eyes, but what he saw was himself laying in the bed, and he was on the ceiling. And he couldn't reach himself, he couldn't talk, he couldn't do anything. And then something happened where he ended up back inside his body. Now, creepy stuff, right? But you hear that, and again, like I told you, my brother is a prankster, so we like, alright, yeah, whatever. Night falls, me and my brother are there, we go to sleep. I'm talking about drool galore. It's drool everywhere, just like I'm not, right? It's like a couch, the way the couch was, it's kind of, I don't recall if it was a sectional or not. I don't think it was a sectional. I think it was the long couch, and I was sleeping on the love seat. But they were close together, where you could literally from the couch or the love seat reach over to the other chair and touch the person that's laying there or whatnot. I'm knocked, and I'm woken up by my brother, who's older than me. He's 4 years older than me. At this time, I think I'm still around like 12, 13 years old, so it won't really that far off. And so if I'm like 12, he's 16. If I'm 13, he's 17. Because we're literally 4 years. When I say we're 4 years apart, we're literally 4 years apart. Like, his birthday is a day before mine. It's 4 years apart, though. I'm awakened by him kicking me in my head. Because my head is laying down on the couch, facing where his feet is laying down on I'm laying down on the love seat because I was small at the time, being 12 years old. I was a little smaller. I won't as tall as I am now. I'm 6'2" now, but I was like probably a good 5'2" at that time. You know what I'm saying? He's kicking me in my head to wake me up because he was yelling for me. Well, not really yelling, but calling for me, and I couldn't hear him. So he kicks me in my head. I wake up. This dude is terrified. And when I say he's terrified, my brother is a stone-faced type of dude. Like, don't nothing really get to him as far as like scaring him. He looked like one of them dudes you wouldn't want to mess with. You know what I'm saying? Like, he give off that look like, I wouldn't even sneeze wrong in this man's direction, you know what I'm saying? So he got that look to him. I've never seen him this way ever in my life. Dude kicks me in my head to wake me up. Tells me, bro, I need your help. I'm like, what you mean you need my help? I'm still half asleep, so you know the words are dragging, I'm slurring. What you mean you need my help? He was like, something is in here. At this point, I woke up. Because I'm like, what you mean something in here? Like, now the words is getting clear. What you mean something in here? He like, something is in here. I need you to get up with me so we can go to our brother's room, wake him up. I need some help. I've been trying to call people. Ain't nobody answering the phone. I've been trying to call... He was trying to call our brother. Won't nobody answering the phone. I'm like, bro, I'm not getting up. You talking about something in here. I'm definitely not getting up. And it won't messing with me. It was messing with you. I ain't getting up. I know that's fucked up at the time. At the time, I was scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you told me it's something in here, I'm 12, 13 years old, bro. I'm scared out of my life. Don't tell me nothing like that. He tells me something was in there. Wants me to get up with him. I'm telling him, bro, I can't do it. Now I'm scared. I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. Finally, I guess, eventually my older brother woke up because he could hear us talking. And then he came out there. And then it just felt... Because during this whole time, again, it's dark in that apartment. For some reason, it just gets extremely dark, and it's street lights outside, but they're not blaring, they're not coming through. And it's not like it was curtains up, it just was not coming through. It's pitch black in the house, and it's a heavy presence. I remember feeling that heavy presence again that I felt when I heard the dog, before I heard the dog go off, right? That heavy presence leaves soon as my brother comes. And then he cuts the light on and everything. And we're able to get up. Like, my brother was able to actually set up because the whole time he was stuck. He couldn't move other than he could kick me, but he could not move at all. It was probably out of fear or what. He told us when he was laying there, he felt pressure sitting at like where his feet was at on the couch, and felt that pressure climbing up his body to where his neck and face was at. Scared him. He never spent the night over there. Like, I don't think he spent the night over there again. Not at that house. Not at that apartment. Months go by. I'm still going over there because I'm like, hey, it didn't happen to me. It is what it is. But I'm very cautious now. So I start to sleep with a cross underneath my pillow, and a cross, because I was still sleeping on the couch, and a cross sitting on the back part of, like, sitting on the top part of the couch, you know, like the top cushion part of the couch. I had a cross sitting up there. I fall asleep, like I always do, and usually there's never any issue there when I fall asleep, because I have these crosses that's protecting me. One night I'm asleep there, and and the crazy part is I fall asleep super early. I didn't even know it was super early because I just felt extremely exhausted, and I'm only 12, 13 years old. It's no reason for me to feel that exhausted, and it was summertime. It wasn't even school, and I wasn't going outside playing because that wasn't my normal neighborhood, so I ain't know nobody out there to play with, you know what I'm saying? So I was mainly just kicking it with my brother and whatnot, right? I'm asleep and I have this dream, and it's a weird dream. I was at some house, and in the dream I went to go take a shower at this house. And when I took a shower, first of all, when I pulled the shower curtain back, the tub was disgusting. But I'm thinking, I guess me believing it's a dream, me seeing it was a dream is like, I'm gonna see this dream through. Why am I looking at a dirty tub? I get in there and take a shower for some reason, because I would never take a shower in a dirty tub. But I get in there, take the shower, and when the water started hitting my body, the water became black. Then I could see myself in the dream. And normally in a dream, you don't see yourself. But I could see myself in the dream, and I seen my eyes turn black. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with the Bone Thugs and Harmony Crossroad video, when the angel of death came and put his fingers on Uncle Charles. And he put his fingers on Uncle Charles' head, and then his eyes turned completely black. That's the color that my eyes turned in the dream. And I started choking and coughing up black stuff in the dream. I'm waking up from the dream, and I'm still choking. But now it feels like I have a whole person laying on my body and a hand around my neck choking me. And I'm struggling because I can't lift up because this heavy weight is on me. And again, I feel this heavy presence. The difference is it was not dark because there was a light behind me. And luckily there was a light behind me coming from the bathroom in the hallway, because I guess somehow I was able to muster up being able to call my brother's name. And when I called my brother's name, that heaviness that was on me and on my neck let me go instantly, and I set up like the Undertaker, quick. Next thing I know, I'm darting out to my brother and telling him, yo, I told him the experience, and he was like, he was blown away by it, because he was, mind you, I thought it was late when I went to sleep. It was only 9 o'clock at night, and he was shaving his head, like getting ready for the next day. So I'm already thrown back, because when I fell asleep, I could have swore it was late, and then I see him up shaving, and it's 9 o'clock. It's not even that late. I fell asleep super early. But what got me was when I woke up, one of the things I noticed while I was being choked is one of the crosses weren't there anymore. The cross somehow fell. And I know most people be like, you were probably moving a lot in your sleep. But the way that I had it in a way that it couldn't fall from me moving. And I tested it out plenty of times, from like literally rolling back and forth, rumbling, and everything, right? Making sure it wouldn't fall, because after that Baby Alive experience, I was like, I have to have my protection. And I believe in God, so I was like, this is my protection. One of the crosses were not there anymore, and come to find out, it fell behind the couch somehow, because it wasn't like I had it setting up like straight, like you would have a cross on the wall. It wasn't like setting straight up like on a wall. It was on the couch top, laying down, and the couch was completely against the wall. But somehow the cross ended up behind, like it fell in behind the couch, with no space for it to fall, because this was a thick cross. It wasn't like a little small skinny cross. It was a thick cross with a prayer written on it. And it fell behind the couch and then was underneath the couch. And that frightened me a lot. Like, I don't think I stayed. No, I think I did. I stayed at that house some more. But I was more prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did a lot of things to keep myself up long enough to be able to go to sleep at a good time so I could stay asleep through the whole night. But that was my experience me and my brother experience dealing with the supernatural at that house. Me and my brother's experience, because I mentioned my older brother experience. But that scared me, bro. Like, when I say I felt like I was literally being choked to death. And it didn't feel like, you know how you know the difference between you choking off of like a cough, or like maybe you got some mucus in your throat, whatever. You know that feeling where you choking off of that, right? This literally felt like a hand was around my neck. I could feel all 5 fingers squeezing tight around my neck. And it was the worst feeling I have ever experienced in my life, man. I tell y'all, like, that's really, really got me. Really, really got me. Y'all got some ghost stories, y'all can share it with me inside the comments, y'all. Like I told y'all, I was gonna give y'all some ghost stories in between. And these are true stories that I'm reading y'all, and these are true events that happened to me. I like hearing about the paranormal stuff. I don't go out seeking paranormal stuff. But if y'all have stories that y'all want to tell me, let me know, man, because I'm interested in hearing the stories for sure.
Ricochet Meteoric.